Hi students, today we will discuss a problem on limits that is given in JEE Mains Exam 2022. Now coming to the question, limit n tends to infinity root over n square minus n plus 1 plus n alpha plus beta equal to 0, then the value of 8 times of alpha plus beta. Now seeing this question, I will give you a small introduction about alpha and beta here. Now there is no problem with alpha because of it is individually constant, but there is a problem with n here because of given that n tends to infinity, what alpha influences the question. Now I will tell you, limit n tends to infinity, then root over n square minus n plus 1 plus n alpha plus beta equal to 0. That is a given question. Now first suppose if alpha greater than 0, here if alpha greater than 0, then it will become a positive n. So now then that limit value will become infinity plus infinity, that is nothing but infinity, limit of that quantity, so which is not an indeterminate form. So we can't solve further, but if alpha less than 0, then this is what will become infinity. If or because of alpha less than 0, it will become a minus infinity, that is nothing but indeterminate form. It is indeterminate form which can be solved further. It is possible to solve. So keep in mind that alpha will be always less than 0 in this question. Now coming to the further simplification, because of root involved in this question, then we'll just want to do rationalization. That is what rationalize for the numerator, root over n square minus n plus 1 plus n alpha plus beta divided by 1 into root over n square minus n plus 1 minus of n alpha plus beta whole divided by root over n square minus n plus 1 minus of n alpha plus beta, that is equal to 0. Now here coming to the numerator, it is in the form of a minus b into a plus b, so that is n square minus n plus 1 minus of n alpha plus beta whole square divided by root over n square minus n plus 1 minus of n alpha plus beta, which is equal to 0. So that now solving the numerator further, then it is limit n tends to infinity, that is n square minus n plus 1 minus of n square alpha square plus beta square plus 2n alpha beta whole divided by root over n square minus n plus 1 minus of n alpha plus beta equal to 0. Next, taking common n square from the numerator, what it will become, if I take n square common, that it will become 1 minus alpha square into n square. If I take minus n common, then it will become 1 plus 2 alpha beta and the constant, it is what, 1 minus beta square whole divided by root over n square minus n plus 1 minus of n alpha plus beta equal to 0. Now coming to the question, see the limit value is a finite quantity and that finite quantity equal to 0 according to the question. So in case of if it is a finite and it is equal to 0, if n value approaches to infinity, the numerator degree of the numerator should be less than the degree of the denominator. Now what is the highest degree in the denominator? Because of the root involved in the question and n square, the degree will be 1. The highest degree will be 1 only. So that when compared to the numerator, degree of the denominator should be more, but coming to the numerator, the highest degree will be n square. That should not happen, because of if the highest degree in the numerator is more when compared to the denominator, it will become infinity. The answer will become infinity. If it is equal, we won't get 0. We will get highest degree coefficients. So that what I have to do is, by keeping that one in mind, so to make the numerator degree less than the denominator degree, I can equate 1 minus alpha square equal to 0 because of n cannot be equal to 0. So if 1 minus alpha square equal to 0, this whole quantity will become 0 now, and 1 plus 2 alpha beta is also equal to 0, right? So that there will be a constant over here, 1 minus beta square by constant degree 0, and the denominator h degree is 1. So obviously the answer will become 0, right? Then here, when solving this, alpha square equal to 1, alpha equal to plus or minus 1, as we already discussed previously, alpha value is completely negative, so that alpha equal to minus 1. So in case of alpha equal to minus 1, substitute alpha in the equation, so that 1 minus 2 beta equal to 0, then beta equal to 1 by 2, right? Then we just want 8 times of alpha plus beta, that is 8 times of minus 1 plus 1 by 2, so that is minus 1 plus 1 by 2 is minus 1 by 2. Then what we can say, it is what, minus 4. Thank you. In this question, the main important thing is alpha here, because of here we will get two alphas. In case of plus 1 and minus 1, we will choose minus 1 only. That is the main important concept of this question. Thank you.